I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still here with your Tuesday morning web forecast. And as we go on through the day today, we're playing the old game of follow the front. Depending on where the front gets to, depends on how warm your temperatures are going to be, and more importantly, the chance for some showers around. Let's see what I'm tracking across eastern Carolina here. Again, it is all about the front. The front sliding southbound across the area. Warmer temperatures will be south of the Kenansville, New Bern to Oriental line. North of that line, plenty of cloud cover around, and also cooler temperatures. We're in the mid-40s this morning. We may not make it into the low 50s for this afternoon, especially Martin, Pitt, Bertie, Greene counties, as this cooler air is locking in. Also, this is the area where we do have the best chance of seeing some spotty showers. Now, the front will pass to the south of us as we go on through this morning, but lift back north of us through tonight going into tomorrow. So it really kind of depends on where you are over the next 36 hours as to what rainfall you're going to be seeing, and also, more importantly, what the temperatures are going to be. Now, as far as the rain is concerned, not really a whole lot of action going on until late Thursday night going into Friday morning as the final wave comes along the front, and that does look like it will eventually clear us out but cool us down as we head on into Friday. So my Storm Track 12 forecast for you shows very cloudy skies. May see a peak or two of sunshine south of Kenansville, New Bern, Oriental line, but the majority of us are going to be cloudy and cool today. North of that line, low to mid-50s. That's going to do it for highs today. South of the line, we may get close to the mid-60s, but our winds are already switching around from a southwesterly direction to a northeasterly direction as we head on through this afternoon. Plenty of cloud cover around, temperatures holding mild into the 50s overnight tonight, and then the warm front lifts north of us. We'll see partly cloudy skies at worst as we go on through the next couple days here. Again, temperatures rebounding back into the 70-degree range as you get closer towards the coast, and especially tomorrow afternoon and evening once that sunshine does break out here. Again, we'll be dealing with those southwesterly winds that'll warm us up rather nicely. Not quite as warm as what we saw yesterday. Highs yesterday topped out at near record levels of near that 80-degree mark. We, in fact, set the new record in New Bern by noontime yesterday. Again, we're not going to see upper 70s, but at least mid-70s as we head on in through the day tomorrow. Now, places like Greenville, Kinston, missed the record high yesterday by a degree. So that makes 2 out of 3 days that we not only set the records in New Bern Saturday and yesterday, but also in Greenville and Kinston missed the records by 1 degree those other 2 days, Sunday and also yesterday as well. Now, this is what we are tracking. We're dealing with the front off to our north and west, and you'll notice that where the bulk of the rainfall is remains across western Virginia and Tennessee. That's because the colder air is on the back side of the front. We could see a spotty shower along the beaches as some of that action along the Crystal Coast and the Gulf Stream may flirt its way inland here, but not really anticipating a whole lot of rainfall around. And you can see this rich feed of moisture coming out of the Pacific Ocean through Texas, the deep south, right out of the Gulf of Mexico, and the corridor goes right on up into the Delmarva. And as a result here, we are going to be looking at the rainfall remaining steady there. For us here in eastern Carolina, it's just going to be kind of in between systems. So as a result, it all has to do with what's going on at the jet stream level. You will notice that big upper level ridge that was over us this weekend has now been pushed slowly out in towards the western Atlantic. Now, another trough coming in across the northern plains here, but notice there's kind of a split developing here. As the top part of the cold air, the trough shears out to the north, it's going to leave a cutoff area of a low pressure here. And this is going to be key to us as we head on in through the second half of this week. Here's what Future Track is showing you, that as we go on through today and tonight, notice our winds at the upper levels remaining out of the southwesterly direction, and as a result, that's going to keep that moisture coming in over the cool air at the surface here. That upper level cutoff low back out over the desert southwest, that's what we call a money in the bank system, because eventually it's got to come eastbound. Just got to figure out when, and the timing of it looks like it's going to come late Thursday night going into Friday. So as we go on through here on Future Track here, you'll notice by Thursday that low starting to eject out here, southwesterly winds out ahead of it, gets the moisture going in here out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's a quick moving system. That's a positive thing, and as a result, by the time we hit Friday, it's across New England. As we go on into the weekend here, a little bit of a sharp, cool shot coming our way for Friday and Saturday morning. But by later on, Saturday afternoon, we've got zonal flow coming back in here, bringing the warmth back in out of the southwest. And notice where the cold air remains locked across southern Canada. So as a result, the cold air looks like it's going to intrude here over the next week or two. Although by the middle of next week, you'll really notice it here across the southeast as that upper level ridge gets batted down. But it really will not be until February that we have the shot of the real true Arctic air hitting and holding for us here in eastern Carolina. Take a look at future track here. It's again following the front. It drops down to about Wilmington later this afternoon and this evening before it starts to move back northbound. And as it does, we'll see a wave of low pressure track from Tennessee up across West Virginia. That is going to push the front northbound again over us as we head on through the day tomorrow. Puts us back into the warm sector. Temperatures surge back into the 70s, only to return back into that upper 40s and low 50-degree range as we go into Friday, as the front eventually gets off the coast here. Now, as future track is showing here, nothing more than a spotty shower or two as we head on in through the day today. The front lifts north of us tonight. That does get our temperatures back into the 50s for overnight lows. And notice how we quickly break up the cloud cover as we head on through the morning hours tomorrow. So especially from Kenansville to Washington, south and east of that, I think we're back in the mid-70s for high temperatures tomorrow. I'll have to look up and see what the records are for tomorrow because there's the potential we could be challenging that. A little bit more cloudiness north and west of that line, but still not as much as what we're going to be seeing for the daytime hours today. Then finally, the wave of low pressure drags the front through the area here, and we do see the showers return late Thursday going into Friday morning before eventually that gets off the coast, and then we'll clear things out. Again, Friday's going to be a chilly day behind the front northwesterly winds, bringing that cooler air in, and that high reinforcing in here gets us down in there freezing as we head into the early morning hours on Saturday. But with the sunshine Saturday, Sunday, and even into Martin Luther King holiday on Monday, we'll be looking at temperatures returning to at least at or slightly above normal as we go on through the weekend. So not quite as warm as last weekend, but still not all that bad. I'm back in on my normal shift now through the rest of this week, so I'll be continuing to do updates every morning here. Glad to be back on the morning shift. Have yourself a good Tuesday. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still.